the top 10. So I'm going to read it up to 5. I'm going to read it up to 6. Yeah. And then we'll do our top 5. So number 10, which I already don't agree with. He shouldn't even be in this. Michael Owen. Don't think he should be in it. Number 9 is Alan Shearer. Number 8 is Ian Wright. Number 7 is Rio Ferdinand. And number 6 is Miss Alex Scott. Right? So what is your number 5? Give me your number 5. Who's in 5th spot?
I'm like I asked you when I said on the voice now. Are we basing this on the premises of internationals, World Cup?
You, this is whoever talks on the football, whoever's been a pundit.
All right, cool. All right.
Match of the day.
All right. From fifth go down. All right.
Yeah, from number 5. Give me number 5 only.
Number 5, Slaven Bilic.
Oh, is it? Seen? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Slaven V. All right. I'm gonna go because he makes me laugh. Michael Richards. I like him, man. Make me laugh. I like Michael Richards. He's funny. All right. Number 4.
Slaven Bilic. Who did I call? What did I say? Who else did I say? I know who my 3. I know who my 2 and 1 are. That's for sure. Who was number 5? It was Slaven Bilic was 1. Slaven Bilic. Who else was in there?
My number 4 is Miss Alex Scott. I'm gonna go with her. She makes I like her too.
Slaven Bilic.
So who's your number 4?
Slaven Bilic. I'll come back to that, but my other ones are.
Wait. All right, so I said my 4th is Alex Scott. Who's your 3rd?
Who's my 3rd?
Yeah.
Slaven Bilic. I haven't seen this man, as I said, but who I'd like to add, but I've never seen him do punditry.
So he can't do it then. Yeah. It have to be, it's what they do.
I'll put Rio Ferdinand in there.
In 4th, yeah? I mean in 3rd spot.
4th.
Oh, 4th. Actually for 3rd. You didn't come with 3rd.
3rd.
So who's your 3rd? I need 3rd
put Rio Ferdinand.
In 3rd?
Yeah.
Right, so your 4th spot is empty. We'll come back to that. All right. 2nd. Oh, wait. 3rd. You put Rio 3rd.
Yeah.
All right. My 3rd is Ian Wright. Who's your 2nd?
Clarence Seedorf.
Second. I'm going to stick with the Premier League because that's what I watch mostly in Champions League and that. And I already got my number 1. Number two.
We've both got to say number 1.
No, yeah, probably. I think we do.
We have to say number 1.
I don't care for the rest of the man that's on this list. All right, you know what? I'm going to swap Ian with Rio. I'll put Rio in 3rd and I'll put Ian 2nd. And we got Seedorf 2nd, yeah?
Yep.
All right, hold the 1st right there. So on this list, Gary Neville is number 5. Michael Richards is number 4. Number 3 is Peter Crouch. Number 2 is Roy Keane. And number 1, my number 1 is the King. Your number 1 is the King.
Of course.
And their number 1 is the King. 3 on these. Blah, 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 blah. Because he's the best.
That was my 4. That was number 4. Roy Keane.
Roy Keane, number 4. You know what? I was going to put Roy in mine, but sometimes he's on point and what he says is good, but then sometimes he's just moody, man.
Hey, keeps it real though.
He's just moody, but no, when he's normal, he keeps it real anyway. But sometimes he just does it with a mood. There's no need to overdo it.
he's upset, bro. Go pay me his bucks.
But the names on here, like I said, Michael Owen shouldn't be on here.
Of course not.
Alan Shearer, you have to put him in there because he's top goal scorer, innit? So he knows what he's talking about when it comes to goal.
But he's not a top pundit.
Ian Wright. You know, Ian Wright. Knows his bits from the dirt. Get me? Came from out there. Rio Ferdinand, can't really say nothing on Rio. Sometimes he says stupid things, but Rio's been a winner. He knows what he's talking about most of the time. Miss Alex Scott, she's the only woman on there representing. I always hold her down. She knows what she's talking about. She's a Champions League winner. Women, she's there. Gary Neville, can't say nothing about his playing, won everything, but I think Gary Neville was an idiot. Can't front with you.
I don't care what. Sometimes I do care about what someone's won, but when it comes,
no, Gary Neville and I'm glad he's not even on here. Jamie Carragher are idiots, bruv. They're just entertaining. They're idiots. Michael Richard makes me laugh. He's funny, bruv. He's always smiling. He's always got good humor.
I like
no hate for no one. He's a good dude. He comes off like good energy. Peter Crouch, I don't even see him that much. When I see him on TNT, he's a bit of a moody fart himself. Roy Keane, number 2, I'm not mad at. As I said, I think Roy's good. He knows what he's talking about. It's just sometimes he gets a little moody. And of course, the King Henri. Henri is the best pundit. He is the best.
You know why? You know why he's the best? He's the greatest. You know why he's the best and the greatest?
He doesn't say nothing crazy.
You know why he's the best and the greatest? Because when he talks, everybody shuts the fuck up.
Everybody shuts up.
And no one don't try to interrupt him.
And he talks smooth, quiet, focused. He thinks about what he's saying. And even when you think, they might have him, as in they're gonna get him riled up, like when they talk about racism and stuff. Listen, when they talk about racism and stuff, and you're like, oh shit, here we go. The black brother's gonna stand up and he's gonna wild out. No.
We don't do that.
Henri says stuff like, you have Richards going, this is sad, man. This is sad. This is disgusting. Then you'll go to Henri. Henri will be like, what year is it? And they look at him like, what? He goes, is this not 2023, 2024? Yeah. And this is still happening? What? Smooth with it. Just smooth with it. I love Henri, blood. He's smooth with it.
Listen, brother. Like I said, like I've always said to you, and I will continue to say this. When Arteta steps down or gets sacked, because one of those things going to happen, make you know, I already said this already to all you gooners, your next dynamic duo managers will be Thierry Henry and Black Clot Dennis Bergkamp.
Yeah, I know you said it. When you say duo,
you know, I'm telling you.
When you say duo, what do you mean? As in someone's the manager and someone's the assistant? It can't be double.
No, there's none of that, brother. They're both par on par. There's none of that.
No, that can't work. That can't work.
Brother, hear me now. Why can't that work? It's just a fucking title.
It can't work. It can't work. It can't work because it's tried before. It don't work. You can't have. Liverpool tried it. You can't have 2 men in charge. Because the players.
Not Forest did it. Derby did it with Peter Taylor and Ross Clark, Brian Clough. And that worked. And they won European trophies together.
When?
What? So Nottingham Forest won a European trophy with Peter Taylor and Ross Clark, Brian Clough?
That's not why I asked you. I said, and that's Brian Clough's team. What are you talking about?
That even Peter Taylor, but there was duos. There was never one manager.
No, it was him. That's like saying, what's his name? McLaren, the Wally with the brolly, is Sir Alex. Exactly.
He's always, his position has always been an assistant. In the man ain't, brother.
I know. That's what I'm saying to you. Someone's second. There's no 2 number 1. Someone is second. That's what I'm saying. So maybe Henri will be the coach, and will be the manager, and Bergkamp will be head coach. You can't have the squad. Who's the squad going to look to? Who's in charge? It can't
They're
be
both 2 in charge. They're both fucking ballers, bro. You can't go wrong with either of them.
That's not the question.
You can't go wrong with either.
This ain't about playing. This is about coaching. Again, Arsene Wenger. Who's your number 2? Whoever I pick, it don't matter. Sir Alex, who's your number 2? Ancelotti, who's your number 2? Jose Mourinho. There's no 2 man. They tried it at Liverpool with Roy and can't remember his name, but they fucked up. You can't have 2 men in charge.
Roy Evans. Is it Roy Evans and Joe Fagan?
No, it was Roy and Houllier, I think.
Gerard Houllier.
They were bringing Houllier in, but really, they just wanted to replace Roy, but they just made it ugly. How can you have 2 men there? How you got 1 man saying, yeah, everyone get up front, and then the other one saying, you come back. You can't have that. You have to have one message, clear, focus. You get me? When it's training, that's different. Defense training, midfield training, attack training.
Yeah, you're a specialist for that.
The one manager has to be in charge. So I would love it.
Yeah, okay,
get Vieira, get everyone to come home. I don't care. But one person has to be in charge. This ain't a party. You get me? That's like saying, how many say? Can't have too many cooks in the kitchen. It has to be one idea. Because Henri is going to bring that va-va-voom. Bergkamp, he's bringing that Dutchness. That's not the same. That's why they both work beautifully in Wenger's idea. You get me? They try and bring their own ideas. It's different. So
you can still use, listen, like you just said about the ideas what Wenger had. Okay, here it is. In American football, again, they will use plays we're in 2024, right?
Mm-hmm.
They will use a play that was used in 1995 and still run that play today in 2024. And that play will still fucking work as long as you got the personnel to make it work. So it does work. They might be under Wenger and they're going to take Wenger's teachings, of course, and implement some of the teachings that they've learned under the guide of Wenger. And that's very same things that they've learned under the guide of Wenger. They're going to implement it and they're going to bring it forward to the youth man then, who's going to be coming up and all these youth man play.
But they won't. That's what I'm saying. That if they did that, those teachings have already been over. It's done. It's done. So Alex's way of playing football, Arsenal's way of playing football, it's been mastered. They mastered that. Now it's above now. Now the top boy doing the thing is Pep. That's why everyone's got playing from the back, and the left back and right back is going up. That's why everyone is like that, because that's how Pep plays.
But before that, who was doing all that style of football first?
It was no one.
Brazil was doing that shit in 1970, bro. Bringing up players.
Not the way that Pep plays.
I don't know about that, but them man is bringing ball from the back.
Their man played differently, but there's no way. You're not telling. There's no way in hell. No way until Pep got here that the goalkeeper was a part of the team. No way.
Well, of course, because they brought in the regulation about goalkeepers are no longer able to handle the ball, which is a good decision because they was just wasting time.
No, I'm not talking about back pass. I'm talking about the goalkeeper playing with his feet. That's Pep's idea. That's why everyone wants to play out from the back now, because that's Pep's idea. That's not Sir Alex. That's not Arsene. That's not Brazil. Brazil was 10 players and a goalkeeper who can stop goals. Now the goalkeeper has to be a player. That's why it's different. Now you got 11 man versus your 10. It's different now. That's why Pep's his team is winning, because he's playing differently, and then everyone is clocking on. Play from the back. Then you've got an extra player at the back. Now everyone, even if they can't do it, everyone wants to play from the back.
Teams try to do that style of play a fuck up.
Yeah.
We saw that over the FA Cup fucking season. And players get in the back.
That's because that's the way now. If you was to go down, if you was to go Sunday Marshes, they'll play that way. If you was to go watch schools play, they're gonna play that way.
It's the way for Manchester City. It ain't the way for every fucking club.
But it is. That's what I'm saying to you.
Well, listen, the clubs that are trying it, they're not Man City. And the clubs that are trying it, they're getting folded.
That's right.
We watch Match of the Day. We watch players, teams trying to play United. You're not Man City, bro. You're not Barcelona, bro.
Yeah, I know. But what I'm saying to you is, it's not like one person trying it. Everybody. There is no team that doesn't try it.
You know why? Because there's a copycat in it. Everybody wants to copy what the next thing does because
that's the way to do it, because they're beating us.
Brother, teams are doing it, but they don't have the rascal personnel to do it, bro.
I know that, but they're not stopping, are they? They're not stopping.
Designated players who specialize in certain areas of the rascal.
But they're not stopping fives. They're not stopping trying.
Well, good for them, because they're fucking going into championship and they can fuck about the league then, innit?
Look at, have you watched Celtic play? Have you watched Celtic play? Joe Hart plays for Celtic, innit?
There's no fucking teams up in Celtic, bro. Up in Scotland. They know team was
no. Listen to what I'm saying. Joe Hart plays for Celtic. Yeah.
Yes.
When Pep got to City, he got rid of Joe Hart because he can't play with his feet. If you watch Celtic now, Joe Hart, they play from the back, and Joe Hart can't play with his feet. It doesn't matter if they can't do it. You're doing it because we need the extra man. You better learn to do it. You better learn. If you don't learn, then you won't have a job. This is the way until another coach comes and plays a different way. They won't, and it's going to be years. It'll be like 10 years. This is going to be the new way for a while.
I'll give you that because, again, as I said, I like to always equate and make the equivalence.
Because it's not that hard, Fives. It's not that hard to play from the back.
No, but my point, my thing is this, yeah. You're right about the coaching stuff because there's a famous coach who died for the San Francisco Niners. His name is Bill Walsh. Now, he brought in an office called a West Coast office when no team was running this West Coast. He was the first one who came with it, come with his West Coast for the 3 wide receivers, 2 backs, tight and come out the backfield, come slide and boom, boom, and get the ball down the field, which was called a West Coast offense. And like you said, and rightly so, every club and in the NFL started to adopt this West Coast
offense. You can't stop it.
Yeah, every team started to adopt it. But like I said, the San Francisco Niners were the best at it because they created it, they made it, and they had the players to execute it. You are talking about the greatest wide receiver in the history of the game, Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
You're talking about one of the greatest quarterbacks, Joe Montana. You're talking about one of the greatest lines. You know what I'm saying?
I know, but it's like anything. It's like if I show you Arnold Schwarzenegger workout, that's the way then, isn't it? That's the best way to do it.
Yeah,
that's the point of trying to do something. You know what? I always look at. See, we're going off a little bit, but I always look at like simple. Sometimes I can say to myself, when I'm working out, I am guilty because I get bored. I am guilty of trying new things. Let me try squat and curl, but there's no need for that. That's all. That's because I get bored and I don't want to get bored because then I won't. If I was to show someone else, I wouldn't say, hang from a bar and do bicep curls. Why? They don't need to do that. You just stand still and do your bicep curls. When you're done, then you can squat. After you squat, you can pull up. There's no need to do jump over here, do 20 of these. You're not me. You don't need to do that.
There's no consequence in that.
Yeah. If you want to do something simple, stuff works. That's why like the bodybuilders and them, they just do simple shit. They just do it for longer, for harder, heavier weights. They probably work out 3 times a day. It's different. You hear me? And then they got these new men want to hang from shit upside down, hanging from a bar, doing what are you doing? You don't need to do that. You know what I mean? And you see that man they're hanging onto the thing with the bench attached to their foot. Like, what? What's that?
Yeah.
The bench isn't equipment like that. You're meant to be resting on it. You're not meant to be using it as weight. But you see what I'm saying? But all right, I'm going to move on to the next one. I just want to quick talk about the Caramel Cup because it's here now. Final soon.
Yes, this is the original Godfather 5ive-o jungle is in another place. Yeah, run time ball level thing. See the ball level on the lick. A ball level make it nice. Yeah? Alright, one stop. I mean that.
What's up, people? Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel.